Hello everyone, I Nidhi, your friend and coach, welcome you all to my channel English with Nidhi. In this video, we'll cover yet another poem from CBSE Class 10th English Literature book, First Flight. And the poem is The Ball Poem by John Berryman. So without any further ado, let's get started. The Ball Poem. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go, merrily bouncing down the street, and then merrily over, there it is in the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy. As he stands rigid, trembling, staring down, all his young days into the harbor where the ball went. I would not intrude on him. A dime, another ball is worthless. Now, he senses first responsibility. In a world of possessions, people will take balls. Balls will be lost always, little boy. And no one buys a ball back. Money is external. He is learning. Well behind his desperate eyes, the epistemology of loss. How to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know. And most know, many days, how to stand up. John Berryman. This poem is about accepting and learning to bear the loss of something or someone dear to us and moving on from it with time. Before we proceed with the summary and explanation, let's quickly learn a little about the poet and then understand the meanings of a few difficult words from the poem. About the poet. His full name was John Allen McCaplin Berryman. He was born on 25th October 1914 and died on 7th January 1972 when he was 57 years old, both in US. Occupation. He was an American poet and a scholar. He was a confessional poet. His notable work includes the Dream Songs, and his notable achievements are National Book Award, Pulitzer Prize for Poetry, and Boligan Prize. Meanings. Number 1. Merrily bouncing, which means happily jumping. 2. Ultimate, which means final. 3. Grief, which means sorrow or heartache. 4. Rigid, which means stiff and motionless. 5. Trembling, which means shaking. 6. Harbor, which means port. 7. Intrude, which means interrupt or interfere. 8. A dime, which means a currency. 9. Worthless, which means useless. 10. Possessions, which means belongings. 11. Desperate eyes, which means worried eyes. 12. Epistemology, which means theory of knowledge or understanding. 13. Stand up, which means to confront. Summary and explanation. The ball poem is a symbolic one where the ball is used as a symbol of things that we love but lost in the way. Line 1 to 4. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go, merrily bouncing down the streets and then merrily over, there it is in the water. In this poem, there is a little boy who plays happily with his ball before it fell into the water. Because of this, the young innocent boy becomes sad and heartbroken. In the first 4 lines, the poet, who was standing and watching the little boy play with his ball from afar, said that he saw him losing his ball and now seeing the little boy sad makes him sad as well. The poet says, just as the ball is lost, the boy feels lost as well. He wonders what the little boy would do now that his precious and favorite ball is lost. The poet's description of the ball, merrily bouncing and jumping. Here, the poet personifies the ball as a happy human with no worries, jumping down the street and straight into the water, so carefree and in its own element. The boy tried running behind the ball to stop it, but he couldn't, as the ball was faster and it fell in the water. Line 5 to 10. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy. as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days in the harbor where the ball went. I would not intrude on him. A dime, another ball is worthless now. Now, when the ball is lost, he sees the boy looking at the water helplessly where the ball went. The poet even thought that he could console him, tell him that it is just a ball, he could always get another one. He could himself buy a new ball for the boy, but then he stops himself from doing so because he understands that there is no use of telling him so. He can see how much the boy yearns for the ball. It must have been close to his heart. There must have been many memories attached to it, and any other ball would be rather worthless in front of it. Lines 11 to 14. He senses first responsibility. In the world of possessions, people will take balls. Balls will be lost always, little boy. And no one buys a ball back. Money is external. By these lines, the poet further says that now that the ball is lost, it is time to accept his responsibilities, to learn the toughest lessons and harsh realities of life. Line 15 to 20. He is learning, well behind his desperate eyes, the epistemology of loss, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. By these lines, the poet means that the boy is learning the epistemology or nature of loss even though he is still heartbroken and hopeless about it. He is learning that every man must know, that is, accept the loss and stand up, that is, confront it and move on. The reality that even if one day we lose our beloved things or beloved ones, we should acknowledge our loss and then move on in life. Moving on, let's cover the rhyme scheme and other poetic devices from the poem. Rhyme scheme. The poem has no set rhyme scheme, that is, it is written in free verse. Now, what is free verse? A poetry that does not have a rhyme or have a regular rhythm is said to be written in free verse. Poetic devices. Number 1. Symbolism. Ball. It is used as a symbol of something or someone that is dear to us. Number 2. Personification. The phrase merrily bouncing for the ball is a characteristic for humans and not for non-living things. Number 3. Metaphor. Balls will be lost always. Here, ball is used as a metaphor for prized possession or relationship. Number 4. Repetition. What? What is he to do? Here, what is repeated twice. Number 5. Imagery. The poem gives a vivid visual description. Number 6. Alliteration. Sound B in buys a ball back and sound W in what? What is he to do? Central theme of the poem. Number 1. Loss of innocence. Number 2. Loss of loved ones. And number 3. To move on or recover from the loss. Now, let's go through some important MCQs from the poem. Question number 1. Who is the poet of the ball poem? A. Leslie Norris. B. John Berryman. C. Carolyn Wells. Or D. Robert Frost. And the correct answer is B. John Berryman. Question number 2. What does a ball cost? A. 5 dimes. B. 10 dimes. C. 1 dime. Or D. 4 dimes. And the correct answer is option number C. 1 dime. Question number 3. How does the child react at the loss? A. Stands rigid. B. Trembles. C. Stares. Or D. All of them. And the correct answer is option number D. All of them. Question number 4. According to the poet, what is the child learning? A. To bear the loss. B. To take care of things. C. To be responsible. or D. To be careful? And the correct answer is option number C. To be responsible. Question number 5. Does the poet condole the boy? Option number A. Can't say, B. Yes, C. No, or D. All of them. And the correct answer is option number C. No. Question number 6. Why does the poet decide not to condole the boy? Option number A. He is busy, B. He is indifferent, C. It will be of no use, or D. He is happy. And the correct answer is option number C. It will be of no use. Question number 7. The poet seems to have indicated the merely bouncing of the ball to A. Create a sense of rhythm in these lines. Option number B. Support the happiness of the experience of playing. C. Contrast it with dejected feeling of the boy, or D. Indicate the cheerful mood of the boy. And the correct answer is option number C. Contrast it with the dejected feeling of the boy. Question number 8. What does the ball in the poem symbolize? A. Prized possession, B. Poet's childhood, C. Materialistic thing, or D. All of the above. And the correct answer is option number B. Poet's childhood. Question number 9. Why does the loss of the ball symbolizes the loss of innocence and childhood? A. Like childhood, the lost ball cannot be retrieved. B. Like childhood, the ball is also small. C. Like childhood, the ball is amazing. Or option number D. None of the above. And the correct answer is option number A. Like childhood, the lost ball cannot be retrieved. Question number 10. What does the boy ultimately realize? A. Goods once gone do not come back. B. Losing is a part of life. C. One ball cannot be replaced by another. Or D. Nothing is forever. And the correct answer is option number B. Losing is a part of life. So, that's it for the video today. Let's quickly summarize all the things we covered so far in the poem. 1. Reading the poem. 2. Introduction to the poem. 3. Introduction to the poet. 4. Word meanings. 5. Summary and explanation of the poem. 6. Rhyme scheme. 7. Other poetic devices. 8. Central theme of the poem. And 9. Multiple choice questions. Try answering the MCQs by yourself and comment down the number of questions you answered correctly. I will be back with another poem in another video very soon. Till then, take care and study hard. Recommend the channel among your friends and family, and do like, share and subscribe. Press the notification bell to never miss an update. See you soon. Thank you.